You will want to miss this news if you've been following the glitzy romances of Hollywood celebs, who indeed has just been fed cuisine that brings them to tears. We're delving deeply into the alleged breakup of one of Hollywood's most well-known couples, Common and Jennifer Hudson. Prepare yourself for a crazy voyage that will involve a lot of sorrow and darkness. When rumors start circulating and no one can independently confirm the details, people start to speculate. Furthermore, R seems to be talking a lot about it. This tea is precisely that. Common might have been prepared to make the proposal, even if Jennifer had other plans. It must have been a devastating shock to hear that she rejected him and gave him the silent treatment. Tiffany Haddish, who has been publicly mocking Common's suffering at events by haphazardly sprinkling confetti around, is exacerbating this unpleasant situation. Tiffany's actions are making things more difficult. I was depressed by the thought that it might have set off petty behavior on an entirely new level. Rumor has it that Jennifer hadn't wanted to walk down the aisle with Common because she wasn't entirely sold on the idea of a happily ever after. She should be cautious considering his well-known reputation as a player, it would appear. However, as history has seen, pleasure is elusive and even the most brilliant lights can die out. Let's go back in time to see this strong duo's amazing ascent from the limelight to the shadows of secrecy. Their narrative began quite obviously. Their romance started privately despite the fact that they collaborated to create the thrilling film Breathless. Rumors about their connection began to circulate as soon as they received their on-screen roles. Despite their best efforts to hide their developing closeness, the two celebrities tried to appear non-offensive, but every glance and touch they exchanged was closely examined by fans and industry experts. Despite their greatest efforts to stay out of the spotlight, their love was vividly depicted in public appearances. Jennifer Hudson seemed to like supporting Common from the sidelines of basketball games or working with him on flashy red carpet events. The couple stayed close despite the continual onslaught of rumors and cameras, but fans pleaded for proof of the love that appeared to be developing in front of their very eyes. These two, even though they were from Chicago, were obviously very similar. The floodgates of truth opened on January 22, 2024, when Common appeared on The Jennifer Hudson Show. Holding a bunch of flowers, he smiled and confirmed what many had long assumed. "I'm in a relationship with one of the most beautiful people I've ever encountered," he remarked of Jennifer. For their fans, it was a fantastic surprise. Disagreements started to surface even as everyone applauded their improved transparency. Common had openly acknowledged in private that he was the marrying sort, but suspicions began to surface in private. Jennifer was cautious of Common's ensuing allegations because of his track record of brief partnerships and well-publicized splits. She was concerned that his lengthy resume would include her embarrassing romantic event. She felt at times as though she was confined to a daily schedule. There is a rumor that Jennifer was reluctant to give it her best because she was tormented by the ghosts of Common's previous relationships. Their relationship started to suffer as the demands of celebrity and media attention started to take a toll on them. Maybe the worst blow came when Common proposed to Jennifer and showed her a picture of their future together. She shattered any hopes of a happily ever after when she told him nope. After they parted ways, rumors began to spread. Had Jennifer finally given in to his old vices, or had she grown weary of Common's past transgressions? In order to comprehend Jennifer's hesitation to accept Common's proposal, we must examine the tumultuous period of her prior partnership with David Otunga. As Jennifer read this account of psychological warfare, parent-child disputes, and emotional struggle, she started crying uncontrollably. Everyone was curious as to why they were filing for protection orders and getting divorced all of a sudden. The 10-year story of love and hardship is interwoven with the story of David and Jennifer, with her relationship on the verge of ending because of the growing animosity and harassment she was receiving from her ex-fiancé. Jennifer filed for a protection order against him. She painted a frightening image of love gone bad, claiming to have witnessed incidents of violence and compulsion. One episode in particular sticks out. She claims that after Otunga forced her into their house, she started to fear for her life. When Otunga was seen to be emotionally manipulating their child, David Jr., they got into a heated argument. During their recording sessions, Otunga would call David Jr. and insist that he record their discussions in a frightening attempt to exert control over him and inspire fear. Jennifer told how Otunga would set up a scary display on their kitchen counter with a handgun and holster, only to later claim it was a movie prop. Relationships were severely harmed by Otunga's threats and prior traumas, both now and in the future. When they first started dating, there was hope, but looking back, Jennifer and Otunga are remembered as a tragic tale of love lost. Jennifer's allegations were fiercely disputed by Otunga's attorney, who proclaimed his client's innocence and stated that he intended to pursue primary custody of their child. Despite the press and legal concerns, people all over the world speculated and watched as Jennifer dealt with the aftermath from her tense relationship with David Otunga. Jennifer's life has undergone more significant changes as she recovers from her prior experiences. Tiffany Haddish, the former partner of Common, has been featured in news articles. It would be wise to reconsider their amicable split. Tiffany simply conducted an honest evaluation and had an open discussion about their breakup. Common made some comments, but they remained united. He severed all communication with her and neglected to invite her to a number of significant occasions, including his birthday party. More than a year into their relationship, he told her the truth over the phone without her consent. When Common stated, "I think there's no more explanation for this relationship," Tiffany was taken aback. "Okay, so you're going to be a 50-year-old man without a girlfriend?" she inquired. She was clearly enraged, especially after Common seemed to imply in interviews that their relationship was amicable during their split. It seemed that her charge that he lacked commitment seemed to suggest that he might never truly get married. Even if everything is in disarray, Tiffany is managing things well. Rather than looking for pity, she is confronting Common and making a strong statement. She's experienced a great deal, including 8 losses thus far. She is still strong and receptive to affection. "I'm a happy person that is ready to try something different." "Tell the truth," she said. "It would be so wonderful to share it with a partner." Tiffin doesn't lose hope and continues to show her resilience and fortitude. She is publicly celebrating Common's rejection as a reminder to everyone that karma has an odd way of coming full circle, rather than keeping her wounds hidden. What are your thoughts on this venomously contradictory story? Do you think Jennifer Hudson and David Otunga's romance is still relevant today? Does Tiffany Haddish seem like the kind of person who should have listened to the proper advice? Does she have permission to follow the proper discourse, the one who should have followed it? Was she allowed to be critical of Common or what? Please leave your comments below, and let's work together to